welcome to Lōkahi Backstage. I am your host, Jamie Ann Blakeman. Here, we go beyond the highlight reel and bring you stories from real people, those who have faced ups and downs, challenges and breakthroughs. Through their stories, my hope is that you'll be inspired to embrace your journey, find the rainbows in the storm, and always remember, your uniqueness is your magic. Hey, Komo Mai, welcome. Welcome to Lōkahi Backstage, Season 1, Episode 1. We are actually recording this as our last episode. We've already done all 9. So I thought it would be really fun to do our first episode with everybody who's been behind the scenes that helped pull this off together. Those who know me know that this is not something I do, so it's been a first experience for all of us, and certainly all of us together. So, do you guys want to introduce yourselves and tell a little bit about what your role was and what you did on the podcast?
Sure. You want to start?
Okay. I'm Feliciano. I do all of Jamie's social media, Lōkahi group, and I do all the short videos for the segments that we're doing today.
I'm Savoi. I greet all the guests. I get photos together. I do all the good stuff with the guests. Me and Feliciano really work next to each other, and we kind of do everything with each other. It's just more social media.
Cool. Hi everyone, I'm Cameron. I've been the videographer for Lōkahi Backstage. So right now we're looking at like 8 different cameras, but it's been a fun experience. I set up all the gear, tear it all down, and also do all the recording.
Yeah. Well, we started with 1 camera, and then now we're at 8. But literally, so you will see that like we probably are not gonna like episode it out the way or chronologically, but some episodes have 1 camera and then it goes on to 3 or whatever, and then now we have 8. And then Savoi has done all kinds of roles behind the scenes, even comes up with dances and songs. You'll see dances, what that's all about. Just wait. And then Feliciano has really also been the 2-year behind the scenes pusher behind this episode too. So behind all of this, he says, hurry up, get it done. Why haven't you done it yet? And yeah, so he's been a great supporter in all of this and bringing it together. So I thought it'd be really fun today to start out with a round table of questions. So we didn't hyper prepare for this. We came in this morning and I told everybody to write some questions down, and we're just gonna go around the table and ask questions to each other and see what comes of it. But it'll give you a little bit behind the scenes of how this year has gone. So I'm gonna ask, my first question is, what is Lōkahi Backstage? And I'll be the first to answer it, but feel free to chime in on what you guys think it's all about. So certainly I was the one who decided that this was an idea, something that I wanted to do. Don't really want to do it, sort of want to do it, but it's certainly outside of my comfort zone. It's not what I'm used to doing, so I had a lot to learn. But in starting Lōkahi, my engineering company, I would find over the last 5 to 6 years that folks are asking me, what is my story? How do I do what I do? And I really found that there's an audience out there that's wanting to know, how do successful people or people who you see that has achieved something, they want to know, like, how did you do that? And I would find that a lot of folks are asking kind of the wrong question, because they're asking me about me today. And if I really think back to what has led to Lōkahi and where it stands today, you have to sort of know me from the stories that created me from my younger years, where I grew up, who I am, my family, my parents, my experiences, my failures, things that moved me in different directions. So Lōkahi Backstage is really, I'm wanting it to be a podcast that shares other people's stories behind the scenes and really goes beyond their title and who we know them in this moment and today, but really kind of goes, tell me about you, tell me about your family, tell me about the schooling you went through, what happened. And I think that it'll be really cool what you'll hear, because certainly I learned about every single one of my guests, even if they have been around like in my life for some over a decade. I learned a ton during this, because I don't think you ever asked someone like, tell me about your mom or who was influential in your life and stuff. So I don't know, that was some behind the scenes. So okay, so I'm gonna start out with what's something that would surprise someone about what it took to create this podcast? Anyone?
I would say the amount of time and effort it takes and the number of just hours that it takes to create a podcast. You'd be really surprised how much work actually goes on behind the scenes.
A lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, do you do other podcasts too, though?
Yeah, I'm starting a couple others, and this one by far has definitely been the most time.
Right. I
Yeah.
agree. And I've been on podcasts too, and it like records on like a Monday and it launches on a Thursday. But how we have done it, or maybe how I have driven it, is intense. Right?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
Feliciano.
Yeah, very intense. But I think what surprised me was when Jamie implemented the dancing segments of each guest. When she first said, I was going, no way. And every time a guest would come in, I would say, oh, look at Savoi go. They're not going to do it. And they break it out.
They do.
They break
And
it
they
out.
kill it
And they
too.
kill it. I was
Yeah.
like, whoa.
Yeah. So I definitely want it to be fun and show a different side to the folks that are out there. But were you gonna say something?
Oh, I was just gonna go off of what Cameron said. It really takes so much time and effort, and we've been doing this for like, I want to say about 6 months.
It's been, I would say,
five?
I think we started right after Christmas, right? So like
Okay.
January, and we started with like meeting at my house to begin with.
Yes.
And kind of making sure we had like our
Yep.
computers figured out and what we were doing. And then, yeah, like, and then we had like fake guests, like
Yes.
where we would sample fake guests. Right, we had that's a podcast you thought was real, but it wasn't. Like where my husband was homeless and stuff, and then there was like the real, and then there was a lot.
There was a lot of prepping, a lot of
So,
trial and error for
A lot of
sure.
surprises.
Oh yeah.
For sure. Okay, do you guys have any questions?
I have one for Savoi here.
Oh,
On the whole dance theme that we're talking about, what was your favorite song in season 1 from all the guests?
Oh my gosh, I feel like that's kind of hard. And ever since I saw you write this question, I was like, I need to think what song it was. I really liked, honestly, all of the 80s songs that we did. I love 80s music, and I feel like they're so much fun to dance to. But in particular, I'd probably say Kathy's song was my favorite. It was by the Black Eyed Peas. I don't remember exactly what the title of the song is, but she was so like free-spirited, super fun about it, and it was fun to watch.
okay, and I remember for Alicia's one, like
Oh, yeah.
you were like clueless. You're like, I've never heard this song before, like ever. And then like a couple weeks later, like we filming the next podcast, and Savoi's like, oh my gosh, I hear it everywhere I go. It's like at the mall, it's at the radio stations, it's everywhere. She's like, it was a cranberry song, right?
Yes.
And she's like, I never heard of this, never heard the song. Like,
And
and
I was
then now
so
she's
against
like, it's
it, too.
every.
I was like, we're not doing it. We're not. She's
It's
not
not a
gonna
good
dance this
song.
song. I was like, we must change it. I was like, I have options. And Jamie's like, no, we're gonna use this song because it's her song. And I was like, all right, well, we're gonna.
Yeah,
figure
and
it
now
out.
you're jamming to it everywhere in your car.
I know. Oh boy.
Do you have a question, Savoi?
Yes. Feliciano, what's something that you want to work on for season 2?
No.
My patience with you, Savoi.
Ah!
And everybody else. And with
But I think you got better
And
though.
with Jamie, just because I'm the pusher. No, I've always been the pusher. I go, come on, Jamie, let's do this podcast. And I can't
What's
push
taking
her.
you so long?
What's taking me so long? Why are you overthinking? And I have to work on taking a step back and realizing where people are at the time. So that's what
I don't really think that's
really
I
true,
feel like I feel like we tease you about like I've known Feliciano for 20 years, so like I tease you about it because it does push me outside of my comfort zone, and it's like this is such uncharted territory, but I don't see it in a bad way. Like
No, it's not a bad
I don't
way,
really see it in a bad
no.
way. So when you say you have to learn to be more patient, I actually laugh sometimes. Like at the stuff you do, I'm like I don't take it to heart. How about that?
No, I know it's all fun, but when I drive up and going,
Okay, me behind the scenes. I gotta be here with Savoi all day. Dang it. Why don't we
it's
just
all
get it?
fun though.
Yeah, and the guests love it.
I think just
The
being more
guests love
patient
it.
and being more prepared and being more organized in my head instead of just coming in and going, so wait, what's going on?
No, what do you got for me? Every morning, he's like, so you ready? Did you have everything planned already? And I'm like, yeah, let's get
So
going.
I think another thing to see here is like the four of us like now mind you, well, I've known Savoi for a number of years, maybe like 5 years, somewhere around there. I don't know.
More like almost 3.5, 4 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know, somewhere around there. And then I've known Feliciano for 20 years and certainly work with Feliciano too in the work capacity. So I would say we most know how to work together and we have, over the years, have a vibe. I've never worked with Savoi, although I've known her, but never known her in that way. And then Cameron came out of like a recommendation through a friend when I was saying, hey, I need someone to help out with videography. So he's new to everybody. And then I hope it's what you can see here, right? Certainly we, over this last several, 5 months, we all really didn't know one another and all different like varieties of relationship. And it was really cool. Like to me, on the last day when we walked out last week and recorded like what was our last guest, I felt really sentimental walking out and like locking the door and thinking like we're not gonna be together like another Saturday like this until like the next season. I don't know. I was super thankful and grateful because we walked in and we were super organized. People knew what to do. Like at first we were showing up like an hour early and still scrambling when guests came, and then at the end we were like showing up like a half hour and bored. Like we'd be like, when's the guest gonna be here? Like we're all like on our phones scrolling through Instagram because we're like we're ready, you know. So I think I don't know. I'd say I'm really proud of this group and how we've come together, get to know each other and know each other's strengths. Like I don't know, like you're calling Cameron and things are being resolved without me, and then I'm just, you know, like I don't know, it's not just like me kind of running the show, but we all kind of make it all happen. So I was really proud of that.
Yeah.
All right, Feliciano, you're up. What's your question?
For any of you, what did you take away from any of the guests? What they have to say?
It's a good question.
Especially you, since you were right there,
Yeah.
you know, listening.
I think the biggest thing I was going to say, kind of off of what you were talking about, Jamie, was it was really interesting just to learn a little bit more about you, just listening into the podcast. Every episode, there was like a takeaway that I not only got from the guest, but I also got from you, which was really interesting. I'd say like the biggest takeaway, like a theme for the entire show, would just be resiliency.
Mm-hmm.
So many people have had so many ups, so many downs, and so that would be my takeaway, from all the episodes combined.
So true.
Good answer.
True.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
really true. And I feel like they just had so much confidence and they've already lived a life, you know, and it's just, I don't know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think everybody took every single person had really like tough moments happen to them in their lives, and they shared very deeply on them. Some of them, it motivated them to push on in what they did and do it even better and like make it not stop them. But others chose that moment to be a pivot. Like, okay, that door closed. All right, like so I can't go to law school now. I now have to do this, and that became like their door to the next thing. So I don't know. I think that's what you hear. I think that's the one thing I would say I got out of all of those folks is that drive and push. All right, I'm gonna ask my question. If the podcast had a blooper reel, what moment has to be on it?
Before we started this, we were going over these questions, and I had said that the some of the intros to the videos are pre-recorded, and we kind of change up the locations. But at one point, Feliciano and Jamie were in her neighborhood, and they're like in front of this beautiful waterfall and all this stuff, and Jamie's trying so hard to get the words right with this introduction. Feliciano's in the background recording her, and she's starting, and I think she stuttered or something, and Feliciano goes, "No, start over." And he's so stern with her, but it's just like the most hysterical moment. And it's sort of like a thing you have to watch, but that's like by far one of my favorite bloopers that we have so far.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Well, you have to understand, we did like so many different segments that evening.
Yes.
And it never goes perfect, so after a while I was going, okay, no.
No.
I have to stop. Let's just get this right.
I have the hardest time memorizing lines, and like, well, these are the intros, so they're about each person, and I want to make sure I don't have the details wrong. Like, it's not just like I'm trying to tell like a little bio about them, so it's some level of memorization versus like talking on the fly. So it's like in my head I'm trying to memorize, and I'm not a fast memorizer, so it's.
It would be hard for me to do that.
So we're gonna make you do it next time.
Okay.
But so this is a great point. Like, I'd love to just drop in here that we're gonna share some behind the scenes things. And so if you guys go to jamieannblakeman.com,
we're gonna have a spot where you can sign up to receive notified when drops come, be the first one to know, and also like things like these bloopers. I really want to share that as well. I'm gonna have a newsletter. So I'm hoping that you guys head over there, and this, for those of you who sign up, we will play this one.
Okay.
It's gonna happen. We still have the video.
I hope people find it as funny as we do. You know?
Yeah. Well, maybe because we experienced it. We're like,
I know, and we
no.
know him. So it's hilarious.
So, what was your favorite episode and why?
Ooh, I think my favorite episode was Wendy's.
Yeah.
Actually, at the very beginning.
Wow, that was the first one.
Yeah, and I think just as from the videography side of things, there were so many great clips that we got from that.
Uh-huh.
I was just kind of like sitting there in the background, just writing down as many clips as I could. So for me, that's my favorite episode.
Wow, and that was like months ago.
It was, yeah.
All right, cool.
That's awesome.
Do you guys want to go? Questions?
I already said one.
I think we all have
I
said
have one. Let's see here. Jamie, I got a question for you. So, it takes a total of 32 podcasts to be in the top 1% of podcasts worldwide. So how does it feel to already be a third of the way there?
That's really that blows my mind that like 1%, because that's such a small, like you already become part of like an exclusive club. So I'd like to think we're maybe in the top 70%, like top 30% with what we've already done. That is really neat. I can honestly say I'm certain that I'm not right now have the mindset that we are going to be doing that weekly thing, like where people do the Monday drop or whatever every week, or even some folks do it twice a week. The way that we have been doing it has been just a really intense method. There's a lot of pre-prep and there's a lot of post stuff. So I don't think this is doable for like 52 and 52 weeks type thing. But I already am sort of planning season 2. So season 2, I'm hoping to do it in Hawaii. We'll see if that comes together. And I think that one's going to be different and more casual approach to things. So also I'd like to see how folks react to what we do, right? Like from the podcast, if there's an audience, maybe it's more than just beyond four of us liking and subscribing, but if there is an audience and I think what people want, and I'd like to respond to that. So I think that's the reason why I've binned it into a season instead of just like going. But yeah, that's cool. Maybe hope we get to 32, but it might take us like 3 years, 2 years to get there. So I don't know.
You'll get there. I don't think you're gonna need 32 episodes. So.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll give it our best, right?
Right,
So we can
do
do.
the best. Okay, Jamie, do you think every season is going to be different than the last one? I know you're talking about Hawaii, but do you think our guests are going to be, like first season, the first season was, to me it was like leadership
Yeah.
coming in. Do you think other seasons are going to be different?
I really want to respond to what the audience wants, right? And I do think that, so this was in response to what I think people are saying to begin with, that folks are asking me. And I'm like, wow, they must not have this question just for me, but for others. And that's why I wanted to share that story. I want to really see, I'm excited to see when we drop these 10, what happens and how people respond. And then what becomes of I would really love feedback, right? And then I want to respond to that because I really want, my goal in this podcast really is to, I really feel like in what we do, I want to create inspiration, right? I think life is hard. I think leadership is hard. I think work is hard. I think life is hard. But there's some people who find tricks to the trade. Like, I think we all have hard moments, but I think there's some people who just like flourish in it. And I hope that whatever I do helps to inspire folks to dig deeper and know that they too can do it as well. So I don't know if this is serving it well. I'm happy to continue on. Like, I think we do have a couple of folks lined up to do fall. Like, we have a couple of names already down on the list. But if the audience doesn't want that, or this is not speaking, then I'm not going to just do it just to do it, if that makes sense. But really hoping it's fun and something that we all enjoy doing. So we'll see. I mean, I've been thinking about doing events. I don't know. I think about a lot of things. Sometimes too many things. Feliciano, too many things. Yeah, too many things.
Let's see. else I got for questions.
Do you have more questions? I have only 2 more.
Cameron, what was your favorite part of shooting season 1?
Ooh. You know, favorite part has honestly been trying to, I think, get to know you guys a little bit more, but also like hearing the stories from the guests, and I've been inspired by almost every single one of them. But I do have like a funny blooper to share. I think probably the most hilarious moment for me during the podcast, I think it was either like Ben or Susan's episode. It's pretty early in the morning, and I hit my head. I think you remember this. I hit my head on the light, that big old, and then you can hear it in the podcast.
I didn't know that.
The 40-minute mark, and you just hear bang.
No way. Wait,
Yeah.
so like, is it actually like so people with tuning in will hear it?
Yeah, they will.
That is hilarious.
That is
So-
awesome.
Was that when you're like trying to give us like the 30-minute?
I was giving you
Okay.
guys a 30-minute cue, and I'm coming around. I don't see the light pole. I just hit it face on.
I didn't know. No, but okay, another blooper one. Speaking of that is Ben's one. Like,
Oh yes.
I don't know what it was, but like we messed with the microphones, and like every single time it was like sliding on it. You'll see it, and it never stopped during the whole thing. Like he'd like pull it back up, and then it would like slide.
Oh my
Oh, and then afterward, he was like, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that happened. We didn't, next time, like, I know I would have, like, just stopped and, like, fixed the darn
Yeah.
thing, but then I think we were all paralyzed and not knowing what to do. But he said the funniest thing was, like, after the episode wrapped, and I go, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry that thing kept doing that. He goes, yeah, you know what, you're not going to believe this, but this is, like, literally what's happening in my life right now, because he goes, I have this super expensive, like, orthopedic chair at home or whatever, and then when he's like on Zoom calls, he said he doesn't know why, but it like slowly falls. So like on his Zoom call, he like slowly like falling off the screen. So he goes, of course my microphone's doing the same thing.
That's actually.
He said that's like the theme of his life right now is like this sliding thing.
That's actually really funny.
Did you guys not see it? It was
I
like,
didn't see that
it was
part.
the worst because I'm
I
like
did not.
looking at him, he's talking about something serious, and then I'm like seeing it like,
Like trying to keep your
and we
composure.
just, no one fixed it. Like we just like let it happen over and over. So he kept like pulling it back up. So that definitely was one.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome though. Okay, well I have a question. Jamie, recently Feliciano was put in timeout.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Are you serious?
yes. I said you have to put Feliciano in timeout.
They always pick on me.
We try to.
So
Well,
here
but
we
because
go.
we get abused with a no,
Oh my
you know what I mean? Like, so we have to give it back somehow. Because Feliciano was over my house the other night to cut hair, because that's how I actually know Feliciano, because he does hair too. And he shaved my youngest son's head. So he's in timeout now.
With all due respect,
No,
her son took the clippers. I gave him the clippers. and
you gave it to him
And he
though.
actually just shaved the top of it, and I had to fix it.
Yes, no, but like, yeah.
Anyway,
You didn't help me. You didn't help me, you helped him.
he looks good. He posted on Instagram. He got like over 200 likes.
No, whatever. Went viral. Yeah, like whatever, trending now.
Oh my
I doubt it. Do you guys have any other questions? Did you have any more, Feliciano?
You know, I don't.
I think
Should
yeah.
we go through all of yours? All right. Well, am I the last one?
Yep.
Okay. So, for all of you, describe the podcast, but it has to be a food. Through food.
Well, I'll start.
Okay.
I would say a big giant snow cone with my favorite flavors: blue, red, cherry. It's a little messy, but it's refreshing. But it's oh so good at the end when it's all done.
I'll go. I feel like the podcast is like lasagna because it has like so many different layers. So it has like the noodles, it has the cheese, it has the meat and the sauce, all the things that come together and make it one like beautiful dish, you know. It's kind of like the same thing here. Like, it's great.
It's layers.
It's layers, yeah. I really want to end that one.
For me, I'd say it's an ice cream sandwich.
Okay.
You know, also has layers, but I would say it's kind of a yin yang to it a little bit. You
there you
have Jamie, and then also the guest, and then kind of the stories of the ups and downs.
Yeah.
So.
Awesome.
All right, well, I think that's a wrap. I hope you guys tune in. I hope you guys get a lot out of this. As you can see, we learned a lot. It's been quite a journey for us, so hang tight as you hear Cameron's head hit things and see Ben's microphone fall. You will see all of those things because we kind of it's taken us this long to even get to this point. So there are certainly things that aren't perfect, but I hope you see the heart behind it. It's really out there to share stories, and I have to give it up to all our guests because they truly shared from their heart. They shared things that I think are things that they've probably hid for a long time too, that was hard things that they walked through, and in these moments had to find that they're putting this out there for all of you to learn from, right? There's nothing but that for them to share this because they don't gain anything by sharing their tough moments in life that they had to kind of walk through. But I think they share in our vision of what we're trying to do here too. So I hope that there's a benefit that you find. I'm excited for you guys to tune in. Every episode is super different, so as you listen to one, make sure you tune into the next one because it's a whole nother story. So I would say subscribe. Make sure you go to jamieannblakeman.com. We're going to make sure, and we haven't done this yet, so let's hope this actually works, and if it doesn't, I'm sorry. Go to jamieannblakeman.com, and we're going to have a place where you can sign up to be in the know when podcasts drop. And again, we are going to be sending some behind the scenes, sharing some clips. We're going to have some secrets. So make sure you sign up and become part of this. I hope this creates a community of folks that encourage one another to be better, dig deeper, share our stories in hopes that it inspires one another. So with that said, Lōkahi Backstage, Season 1.
It's done.
That's a wrap!
It's
Woo!
done.
We did it, guys. Thank you so much.
Peace.
Mahalo to our listeners for joining us today. Until next time, remember to lean into who you were created to be. Your journey is uniquely yours, and the world needs you.